What is going on, everybody? And I hope you've had a fantastic Hump Day Wednesday. This is MYG Jeffy T 85, and I'm here for the Black and Blue Injury Report for September 28th, 2022, as the New York Football Giants get prepared for their Sunday afternoon matchup against the Chicago Bears at MetLife Stadium. The third home game in 3 weeks in a row for the Giants as they look to bounce back after Monday night's loss against the Dallas Cowboys by the final score of 23-16. Now, the New York Giants are pretty much going to be operating on a short week this week. After obviously they played this past Monday, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for some of these players to be able to, that are banged up right now, turn it around and be able to play this coming Sunday after only being on a short week. And right now, the New York Giants had about 7 players that were listed as did not practice today. Some of them actually are new additions to the injury report for the New York Giants. As according to Dan Salamone of Giants.com's Twitter, right now the New York Giants have cornerback Nick McCloud, who's missed the past couple of games due to a hamstring injury. He obviously did not practice today. Key special teams player, and also a reason why Fabian Morneau was brought up from the practice squad is because they needed to try to get some cornerback depth out there. He right now did not practice at all and is still not practicing. As we all know, hamstring injuries are very tricky, and who knows when these guys are going to be able to get out there and participate. And we have a new addition to the injury report. Rookie cornerback Cor'Dale Flott is dealing with a calf injury that he suffered in this past Monday's game against the Dallas Cowboys, and he did not practice today. So he's a new addition to the injury report. And if you know, besides hamstring injuries, calf injuries are extremely tricky injuries to try to recover from. Anybody that's ever had a calf injury, they linger. Just like hamstring injuries, calf injuries tend to linger for a long time, and you have to be precautious with them, because if you try to go too hard on those, you might end up injuring it worse, and you possibly could be out a lot longer. So he's dealing right now with a calf injury. Obviously, the New York Giants have 3 wide receivers right now that have been banged up so far. One of them was just placed on is going to be placed on injury reserve in the not too distant future. Sterling Shepard, obviously this past Monday against the Dallas Cowboys, we ended up having a non-contact injury, and ironically the last play of the game. He's dealing with a torn ACL. He's out for the season. I don't know why he's listed on the injury report. I guess it's just procedural right now. He obviously is not practicing. He's probably going to get surgery in about the next few weeks to get that ACL fixed up. He's out for the season. He obviously can't practice. And a couple of other wide receivers that are banged up right now. Wan'Dale Robinson, who obviously he's been out since the second half of the game against the Titans in week 1. He's still not practicing right now. But although Brian Daboll did say that he is progressing right now, he's still not out there practice, and he's missed at least his third week in a row of practice. And who knows when he's going to be able to get back on the field. I would not be surprised if he does not play this Sunday and the Giants maybe start to ramp up his activity next week as the Giants head to London against the Green Bay Packers early on Sunday morning. As well as Kadarius Toney, who is dealing with a hamstring injury right now. He did not play this past Monday due to that hamstring injury, and he did not practice today, although Brian Daboll said the same thing about Toney like he did about Robinson, is that both these guys right now are progressing in their rehab, and that both of them are inching closer to getting back on the field and possibly participating in practice and getting ready for game shape. So right now the Giants have 2 cornerbacks that are out right now of practice, Cor'Dale Flott and Nick McCloud, as well as wide receivers, Wan'Dale Robinson and Kadarius Toney, as well as Sterling Shepard, who's out for the season. And the Giants have 2 more players on the injury report, as linebacker Jihad Ward, another new entry to the injury report. He's dealing with a knee injury right now. One of the veteran outside linebackers to this team. He's right now he didn't practice today. I'm not sure what kind of knee injury he has. Giants really haven't gone into specifics about it, but he did not practice today. Hopefully it's just a maintenance thing today. Maybe they'll get him back on the field tomorrow or Friday, and hopefully he's going to be able to play, because he still is a help when it comes to the run game on the outside in that outside linebacking position, as well as Leonard Williams, who we don't expect to play right now in a short week after dealing with an MCL sprain. he's probably not going to be returning until at least a week or two afterwards when the Giants play against the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Baltimore Ravens in Week 6 and Week 7. So don't expect Leonard Williams back this Sunday. Giants are probably just going to play very cautious with him. Though there is some good news. The Giants look like they might be getting some cornerback reinforcements coming back to the field as Aaron Robinson, right now, who is dealing with the appendix surgery and the reason why he missed the past couple of weeks, he actually had a limited practice today, which is a positive sign that he's on track to possibly return to the game against the Chicago Bears this Sunday, which they could be a welcome help if you can get him back on the field in the perimeter, especially with the fact that Cor'Dale Flott now is dealing with a calf injury. So it would be a welcome addition to get him back on the field, as well as depth player Justin Layne, another cornerback. He's been dealing with a concussion issue. I think he's still trying to get out of concussion protocol. He was limited today, so he's probably just taking some of those positive steps to get out of concussion protocol, and he'd be another guy that would be a welcome addition to get back on that field. Not maybe for his cornerback play on the outside or in the slot, but obviously because of his depth that he could have on special teams. So that's a couple of guys right now at the cornerback position that the New York Giants are going to be possibly getting back in the coming days. So that's a positive right now for the team after dealing with some negatives in the injury report. But that's your New York Giants Black and Blue injury report for September 28th, 2022, as the Giants continue to prepare for their Sunday matchup against the Chicago Bears at MetLife Stadium after the Giants are looking to rebound after their Week 3 loss on Monday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. Giants are looking to try to improve their record to 3-1, and it looks like they're going to have a couple of reinforcements possibly on the way at that cornerback position, although they're still banged up at the cornerback position with a couple of new additions to the injury report. So I'll just read across the injury report one more time. The Giants right now are dealing with a couple of injuries at the cornerback position. 2 guys did not practice today. Cornerbacks Cor'Dale Flott dealing with a calf injury. He's new to the injury report. As well as Nick McCloud. He's been out the past couple of weeks due to a hamstring. He did not practice today either. Wide receivers Wan'Dale Robinson still dealing with a knee injury since Week 1. He did not practice today. As well as wide receiver Kadarius Toney, hamstring injury. Don't know how those two are going to progress. Daboll says that they're both right now making progress, but who knows what their status is going to be going into this Sunday's game against the Bears. Have to see how they're going to look in the next couple of days of practice if they end up getting a limited session. And obviously Sterling Shepard, the wide receiver, longest tenured Giant, he's out for the season after he tore his ACL on the last play of the game against the Cowboys on a non-contact injury. And linebacker Jihad Ward, another new addition to the injury report. He's dealing with a knee injury. He didn't practice today. Might be a maintenance thing. And Leonard Williams, the defensive lineman, he's dealing with a sprained MCL. I don't expect him to play. Probably won't be back until at least the next couple of weeks. He obviously did not practice today. And a couple of limited additions for the Giants. Cornerbacks, Aaron Robinson, after coming off the appendix surgery, he looks like he's on his way back, which is a positive. And Justin Layne, the cornerback, veteran cornerback for the Giants, he's dealing with concussion-like symptoms. Although he's trying to get a concussion protocol, he looks like he's a limited participant, along with Aaron Robinson. So the Giants might be getting a couple of cornerbacks back after they might have a couple of cornerbacks that are still not ready to go, or they might be out for a little bit for the long term. So that's my New York Giants Black and Blue injury report for September 28th. 2022. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 85 for more breaking news, injury reports, and injury status, as well as chatter surrounding the New York Football Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping around the New York Giants. And let me know in the comment section what you think about the injury report that was released today. If some of the guys that are on the injury report might be making their way back onto the football field soon. If you're concerned about a couple of the new additions to the injury report. And what is your overall status and feeling going into this game against the Chicago Bears when it comes to the injured players right now. And what reinforcements we might be getting back on Sunday at MetLife Stadium, Week 4 against the Bears. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy and let's go New York Football Giants. Always remember, together blue, everyone.